For decades, you've entrusted one brand to guide you toward living a lifestyle you've always dreamed of. Now, locally, Better Homes and Gardens real estate professionals can help you find a dream home or enter into your new stage of life when selling. Through all seasons, expect better. Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate. Call 841-9242 or stop by 495 U.S. Highway 10 East, Detroit Lakes, and pick up your free copy of the magazine. Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate. All seasons.
Welcome back, everyone. In this week's episode, you're going to get to see our Field to Dream project and a somewhat non-traditional way of insulating a home. So you'll want to stay tuned and watch that, and we'll meet you right back here at the showroom in a bit.
Field to Dream, brought to you in part by Realstone. Realstone, nature-made, artisan-crafted. The distinctive beauty of nature simply cannot be matched. Realstone artisans have the material, tools, and knowledge to meet the specs of your project and make any stone application simply stunning. When the time comes for your next home or landscape project, don't settle for the concrete clone. Choose Realstone.
Hi everyone, I'm Liz and this is Phil, and we're here on our Field to Dream project, and it's been progressing nicely, but our next step is insulation.
Correct.
And we've got an exciting, fairly new product to show you called EcoSeal.
Yes, EcoSeal is an elastomeric sealant produced by Knauf Insulation, and it gives us the ability to spray it in cracks and crevices within the house to stop air infiltration. When we look at the house as a whole, of all the little cracks and crevices that are in that house, if we were to take everything after it's done, you're actually going to have a 10-inch by 10-inch box opening in your house. To tell the consumer to leave that window open year-round is absurd. Mm-hmm. So we're taking precautions to stop air infiltration on that house by spraying in this blue product, EcoSeal. It's used with a high-boy paint sprayer. It's got the thickness of pudding. It's not thin like paint, but it stops that air infiltration in areas that it would take time to caulk that and do other methods, where this gives us the ability to quickly get the job done and seal that house up the way it should be.
In this day and age, we're a lot about green and environmentally friendly.
Yes.
Can you touch on that a little bit?
This is a very environmentally friendly product. There are no volatile chemicals within this product. That's why spraying this house today, nobody has to wear masks. Nobody has to take precautions. Cleanup on the job is very easy. It's a water-based product, so that's all we use to clean up our hands if we get it on us, our clothes. If we get it in, the machine itself, it's water-based, so that's what we use. But using that high-boy paint sprayer, cranking the PSI on that machine up gives us the ability to blast this product into those cracks and crevices to stop that air infiltration. Then go back with, today we're going to blow in the walls, but any other type of insulation that you would do, bats or blow-in insulation within the wall cavities, is going to help the overall performance of that home. This product is not going to give us any R value, but stopping that air infiltration on the house is going to help retain the R value of that insulation that we put in that wall cavity.
Wow. So we're going to take you guys along with us and look at some of the blown-in insulation piece of the puzzle, and because it all ties together.
It sure does. It's a complete system. We can't leave one area undone. We have to look at it from start to finish as a whole system. And once it's completed, we're going to have overall, for that family that lives in this house, the heating and cooling costs over time are going to be minimized significantly, and they're going to enjoy the comfort level of their home overall.
Sure, that's huge. So come along with us. So we've got one more thing we want to show you guys. We have a sample here that shows kind of a traditional fiberglass insulation, the pink stuff.
Then we have our blow-in insulation as well. And one of the differences that we see with the difference of a bat of insulation and blow-in insulation is we're not covering around the outlet, or we're not covering around any plumbing very well. If the job's not done to a Class 1 specification, which is top of the line install as far as bats are concerned. The blow-in insulation is going to give you a higher R value. R value equals resistance to heat flow, which means you're going to have more comfort in your home with blow-in insulation than maybe you would with a poorly done bat job in the house.
So it fills in all the cavities that are made by the electrical, the plumbing, any internet
Correct.
cables, anything like that. It just fills it all in.
Correct.
Okay. Okay. I wanted to mention one other thing with regards to the blown-in insulation, and it has to do with, I guess, the foolproofness of it.
Correct. You're going to have an individual that installs bats of insulation maybe guessing of how wide that cavity is or how high that cavity is. So we're not getting a good fill, and we're reducing the R value of that we're putting in the wall to where blown-in insulation is giving us that comfort fit to where it's sealing every single area of that cavity to make sure that we get the proper R value, the comfort level that we're looking for in the insulation that we purchased.
So it kind of takes the guesswork out of it.
Correct.
For us. Instead of,
Correct.
you're trying to measure and fit it into the designated space, and it's just a custom
Correct.
fit. Okay. Great. Well, we want to thank Daryl and Phil for coming up and spending the day with us, and stay tuned, and we'll keep you guys with us on the journey with our Field to Dream project. Thank you so much for watching.
How much flawless engineering can you fit inside an exterior? Well, you'd be surprised. Select repels moisture, resists fading, and insulates 70% better than wood. Select cellular composite siding by Royal. Visit rethinksiding.com.
Welcome back. We're here at our showroom, and we hope that you guys enjoyed that and found it interesting. I know I did.
Absolutely. It's not a new concept by any means by the blow-in insulation, but generally people, when they think of it, it's in your attic.
Right.
And your wall space, it just makes a lot of sense. It really starts to just fill in areas in which even the best insulator is, you can't tell whether you get behind the outlet box or behind your plumbing. I mean, it just takes it to another level. And then the soundproofing.
Right.
I mean, we've experienced that with these days that have been really windy. We followed up with the homeowner to see how she's...
Well, we've had these blustery winter days where we've had winds, 40, 50 mile per hour winds, and we've been in the home and visited with her, and it's quiet. It's soundproof. I mean, it's very energy efficient and quiet.
Absolutely. And that goes back to, once you do that, it's picking out the right doors, the right windows. It all ties together.
Yeah.
It absolutely all ties together. So it's important that you just don't do one or the other.
Right.
So with that being said, I mean, our doors, for example, you can grab there's different glasses that you can pick from. And, and everyone looks at the character, the architectural, the visual.
It's the little touches.
But we should think about the R value, the insulated glass. Don't forget about that. The insulated door. I mean, there's doors from all different levels of price spectrums, and you kind of get what you get.
Right.
You get what you pay for. So it's important. Windows. You see it from both sides of the building, so don't cut corners on that. I mean, a lot of people are concerned about the countertops. They're like, those can be replaced easily, where your windows can't. So,
Windows and doors.
Tying your energy efficiency all together, you're insulating your walls, you're putting insulation up in your attics, put it into your service doors, entry doors, your garage doors. There's multiple varieties. Again, you got a lot of design and character you can pick from, but there's garage doors that are metal front and back.
Okay.
And some that are not. And it's a place you can cut corners, but when it comes down to it for soundproofing, it's important that you stay with it.
Sure.
You got to kind of see the whole project through, so it just ain't one part of the system is really well insulated and the other's not. So your doors, just really look at that. Sometimes it will cost you a little bit more.
Right.
But you really don't cut corners on that part of it.
Right. And at Center Design, we want to mention too that we are a retail home design center, so you can purchase all of your products here, whether it's contractors if you need adhesives or sheeting, or we have trucks that come every day. So
absolutely. And and to go along with your door and window install, you're all done foaming, you're all done insulating, but it's to foam around that perimeter. We carry the foam, foams and that type of thing. So
just all those
so
other
for it to do
things.
himself, or if he decides he's going to do a little bit of a project, you need some foam, We're right here, right at the intersection of 6 and 11. So.
All right, well, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Field to Dream is brought to you by Center of Design and the following sponsors.
Ever think about siding? Most people don't. Unless it looks like this or this. Then they can't stop thinking about it or looking at it. Select cellular composite siding by Royal. Visit rethinksiding.com.